Well, morning all. Hope you're enjoying your day wherever you are before this cyclone hits. I haven't done any hunting vids for a while. It's not because I haven't been out hunting, but a lot of the clips I've been, or a lot of the hunts I've been on, I've got deer where it's just been, oh shit, there's one, up and boom, and then it's been on the ground and hasn't really provided any great footage, so hence it's been a bit quiet. Anyway, I thought I'd do something different today. I thought I'd do one of those review videos. Now, years ago I used to wear a fair bit of Sika gear, which isn't well known in New Zealand. It's got a bit of a following and it is really good gear. I've still got some tops that are in great condition that I've probably had for a decade now. So when I was younger, I know the American stuff never used to hold up to what we had here in New Zealand. You know, the good old Swindra that we were used to. The American stuff that I used to get from visitors and so forth just fell apart. But this Sika gear was pretty good. And I met Grant and his wife at the Sika show years ago, and they were always really good to deal with and friendly, great bunch of people. Anyway, I haven't had a hell of a lot to do with Sika in the recent years, but I talked to Grant at this year's Sika show, and they've got this new brand of pack called Mystery Ranch. Now I thought it sounded fairly interesting, so I thought I'd have a look, but I said I didn't really want to take the plunge and buy a new pack because my old one's still going strong. I still use it all the time, but hell, we all like new gear, don't we? Anyway, I said that to Grant and he said, well, we've got a demo model we can send you to have a look at. And I said, shit, well, send it to me, I'm more than happy to have a look at it. So what I'm doing now is I told him a completely honest review. It arrived in the mail yesterday and I haven't even opened it. So today's an actual genuine first look at it and first impressions. So we'll see how we go. Oh, nice. So this is what they call the Metcalf Pack. It has about a 70 litre capacity. Sorry Grant if I got that wrong. First idea is this looks like a meat bag. So we'll have a look. So yeah, it's got a bit of weight to it, but it's not too heavy, so I don't mind that. Because I've got a really lightweight pack at the moment, and to be fair, I've had it repaired quite a few times because the downside of lightweight is it's not really constructed as hard or as well. First thing I've noticed is their new take on the good old click buckles. I was just undoing the top. And as you see there, it's just your normal clip and buckle, but it's got this lever that you have to press on to allow the strap to move. Because otherwise that doesn't move at all with a lot of effort. So you also have to lift that and then it slides. So that's a good bit of security. There's nothing worse. The locks generally stay closed, the straps generally stay closed when they've got not a lot of weight on them, but if you've got a deer in there's a lot of pressure on those straps. Okay, so it's got access down the side. This is a really good feature that I use a lot. Because sometimes, no matter Murphy's Law, no matter how you pack your pack, something you want is always at the bottom. That's just the way the universe works. So getting on the side is actually really handy. And having a look on the side, it's showing me another feature. It's got a water bladder pouch in the top, so your water bladder obviously sits in there and ties up to that. So it's got these look like the waterproof style zips, so that's good to see, and they're big solid zips too. They're not weak little ones, so they look like they'd hold take a lot of punishment. Now this is your I saw this at the show. This is your rifle carrier. Put your butt in there, and then you can strap your rifle into the side, which we'll do a bit later. And there's one on both sides, so it doesn't matter if you're left or right-handed or which your preference is. So yeah, it's got good thick waistbands, which is good. A fair bit of padding at the back. Obviously you can adjust it. The only thing I was curious to know how it works, or how it actually works in the field, sorry, is this harness system they've got. As you can see, it's got these two bits that stick up here. Now these are actually either metal or carbon fibre style rods, so I'm not sure whether they will get in the way when pushing through the bush. But then again, in reality, no matter what you've got on the back, always gets caught up on the bush when you're pushing through it. Now it's got this lid here that let's have another bit of a nosy. This lid has got a couple of pockets. Oh, and there's separate pockets as well. Oh. Spare straps. I'm wondering if that's for the meat carrying option, which I'll get to soon. So there's again two separate lid pockets, which is always handy. Now these, the good thing with this, I liked, is that lid just comes on and off, so that's easy. I actually even thought too, if you're in camp, you could empty it and fill it with clothes, and it would make a good pillow. So yeah, so all these clips, they clip on off. It looks like you could stow your rain jacket or something on the outside there if you wanted to. Underneath as well, there's all sorts of points for stowing stuff. But yeah, first impressions, it's quite well made. A lot of it's the materials. Some of the material you see on packs these days is quite light, which is fine for weight. But I've still got my Metcalf Pack that I bought when I was 17 years old, which was a couple of moons ago, and it's still going strong. Boy, has it had some punishment. It's still going really well, because the material is tough. Now this, I think, is similar to the old style Metcalf Pack that I got in the 90s. So yeah, it looks like good material. Might have a bit of a lining to it too, so it might be water repellent. So yeah, first impressions, it looks pretty good. What I'll do now is I'll go get all my gear and load it up, what I would do on a overnight hunt, and then see how I go, and then see what it looks like with all its gear in it. Well, I just finished that last, the first bit introductory clip on the pack, and I was just going to put it away and try again later when I fill it with gear. And then I remembered one of the main features which I hadn't talked about, which I'm really keen to try. When I opened it, I said it came with this meat bag. It feels slightly waterproof. Again, it's got this fluoroflector tape on it. But anyway, what that is for a specific purpose. So I'll chuck this camera on my head and try and show you, because I need two hands, so I hope it shows and it works out. One of the features of this Metcalf Pack and the system that a lot of Americans use is it separates like that to allow you to put your meat in there. So the idea is when you get an animal, you don't have to fill, what I usually do, fill the pack full of your meat and then just try and jumble everything in around it. This has got a unique system. So in here, I hope you'll see there's a clip, a simple press. Now again, I've only just done this now, so it's not as I'm used to it. These edges roll off and that opens like that. So the idea is you can bundle your meat up into this bag, and then that goes in there. And then, the way I'm figuring it, you have these long straps that are super long here. You can see that they unravel for quite a while. They then clip up to there. Again, it's got the safety lock. Remember I said that safety lock the normal straps give when there's a lot of weight on them? Since these will be the main load bearing straps, that's why they got that safety lock. So that's awesome to see. And so the idea, you can, all these ones that are load bearing have all got that safety lock. See, the idea of is to have your pack, have all your meat in between your back and all your gear, which is great for not getting blood over everything, which is handy. You might think, what if it falls out the bottom? Well, it's actually joined at the bottom there, so it's not going to fall out. So, and these straps lengthen quite a way, so yeah, interesting. Right, well, I've got my gear together, which I would use for, say, a typical overnighter. So just show you what I'm putting in there, because give you an idea, because everyone packs stuff differently. So I've got my sleeping bag, my tent, my bipod for my camera, for glassing, ammo case, pillow, cooker, inflatable mattress. This is my go-to pack with everything. It's got first aid kit in there. It's got my knife, things like compass, bits and pieces like that. My camera, my binoculars. That's my go-to camping pack. In there I've got my collapsible light, torch, freeze-dried meals, plate, spoon, toilet paper, all matches, all that sort of stuff. Here I've got just spare clothes, so I'll have probably wouldn't take all of this all of the time, but if overnighter, generally I've got the clothes I'm wearing, spare sweat top, a merino top, spare set of socks, a down jacket for round camp or glass, and spare pair of pants. So, and I'll probably never use any of that stuff. And my rain jacket, which again, if it was going to be summer, hot weather, I wouldn't be taking that. So I'll set up the camera and see how it fits all in there. Right, now we'll have a go at fitting all this in the pack. I don't know if this bar here was designed for it, but it's quite handy for lifting it up. Yeah, feels good. Alright, but then again, everything feels good until you're actually walking on the hill, so that'll be the true test. So until then, we'll see you later. Well, on my way back now. Nothing on the deck for today. Pretty uneventful for a lot of miles covered, really. Spooked a few deer in the bush going up the hill, and spooked a few deer in the bush going down the hill. This Mystery Ranch pack, I must say, I'm pretty impressed. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of neat features, and it packs down really good too, because it's a big pack. I think it's got 70 litres. A lot of bigger packs when you have got bugger all in them, like I've just got my normal little pouch and camera, etc., torch, lunch. Normally the big packs, when you got not much in them, are pretty baggy and they flap around, but this one gets really nice and compact, so you don't even realise you've got a big pack on. It's been pretty comfortable. So yeah, no issues with it at all. If I didn't have one, I'd probably buy one. As I said, I'm not bloody being paid to do this. I'm just doing. The guy asked me to see what they're like, so that's what I'm doing. And yeah, pretty good. And as I said, I think before, I like the fact that they're the material's pretty tough and durable. I mean, it's been through some bush bashing today, and not even a scratch. So yeah. Oh well, onward going upward and see what happens tomorrow. Now, I said to the guy who lent me this pack that I'd do a bit of a review, and I said hopefully I'd get something. Well, I've got something. So, I don't know how well this is filmed, because hard to do everything and hold the camera at the same time. Essentially, you put all of the meat in that bag, and it goes between, it doesn't go in your pack, it goes between your pack, between the pack and the pack frame. So the system goes, and you get extra straps to strap it in. So I'll give it a go and see how it works. Clip this on here. So that's me pack, which I can do up, I think. So the meat goes there, between the pack lucky it's not a huge animal, so it can I don't need the extension straps, I don't think. Sorry, probably not coming out too well on the old camera. So yeah, so as you can see, there's all my normal hunting gear is in the pack, and luckily it's not a big animal. It's hind legs, back stakes, etc. from a small Sika, so fits in there quite well. But I suppose it's just if you've got lots of camera equipment and shit like that, saves you getting blood all over everything. So I'll see how the top clips up, and then I'll latch on the head and go up. She's pretty bloody steep, I'll tell you that. this just locks it all up the top. Clip that in. So this pack comes with that meat bag and all these extra straps in case it's a big load and you need to extend it. But I thought I might need those, but I don't. So this shit can just go in my pack. It's got plenty of load straps, this Mystery Ranch thing, so I'm hoping I can load the head on somewhere. That just sits nicely like that. That locks that in. I wonder if the strap is long enough to go right around the antlers, since it's not a big boy. Not quite. Got one around a opposing antler. And there you have it. On back legs, back stakes, head, and all hunting gear in this pack. So now we'll see how it goes up the hill. Haven't met a pack yet who makes the uphill bits going easier. So we'll just plod along, one foot in front of the other, and see how we go.